I don't trust these niggas like at all, so there's that. Yeah, this like my ponytail string is out. I know y'all can see it. If you've never been borderline stalked for your coochie, it's no good. Mama, it's no good. Like, gotta maybe do some Kegels on it. You gotta do something.
For the night, 767, man, the shit got dope, man. I still got scores to settle, man. I got down the block, made a right, yeah. Cut the lights, yeah. Pay the price, yeah. Niggas think it's sweet, it's on sight, yeah. Nothing nice, banging in my eyes.
What's up, friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I don't even know where to start, but I must start with an apology. I am so sorry that I took a hiatus on you. I'm so sorry. I do apologize for that, because I know how off-putting it is when somebody, you know, starts a project and then they're totally inconsistent afterwards. That shit is such a turn off for me. Just as like a bystander, as a supporter, as a viewer, if you will. It's really off-putting for me, so I can see how this would look for you guys, but I'm so sorry. That's all I'm gonna say is I'm sorry. Life got a little real. I'm not being paid for YouTube, so for me to spend all that time in a creative outlet like YouTube and not get paid for it while I have real life shit going on, it's not a good allocation of my time. It's not a good allocation of my energy, my mental health. So I did what I had to do, but I did want to come back today just to put a video out before the new year. You know, I don't want to leave you guys totally in the dust. Like, I'm really going to get back into this. I know I said this in the previous video, but shit was still a little rocky then. I'm ready now, okay? I'm ready now. So I figured what better way than to come back with a little chit chat and a little Q&A. If you're new here, my name is Desiree. Thickeray if you're nasty. But all right, without further ado, where have I been? What has been going on? So, I'm not gonna lie to you. The second half of this pandemic has been like a shit show for me. It's been a little trash. Like, I started off so well at the beginning of this pandemic. I would say from like January to like September, I was doing pretty well. You know, I had no complaints. I was still getting shit done. You know, life was going as well as it could possibly go during a pandemic. But I was doing well. Like, my mental health was well, my physical health was well. And then I don't know what happened. It just like, shit just started to deteriorate for me after September. I don't know, I just stopped feeling myself. Like, and I know this is so vain to say, but I'm a vain person. Like, I like to look nice. I like to feel nice. I like to feel confident at all times. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, vanity is kind of important in my life. Like, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. So I started to lose confidence, and I gained a bunch of weight because I was going out so much, just eating, drinking. Like, I gained weight that I couldn't lose for some reason. And I want to say that I was also because I started using birth control consistently. So that may have been a factor in the weight gain, but whatever it was really fucking with me. Like, I would try and get on so many diets that just wouldn't work. I didn't want to go to the gym or start working out because I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to do that. I'm the type of person that can get on a diet, usually get on a diet and then lose a bunch of weight, and that's how I maintain my weight. But the last couple months, it hasn't been so easy for me. It's like my body was just giving up on me. And then I had some other health issues too that I was dealing with. And I'm not gonna go deep into it because y'all don't need to be all in my business. Like, it doesn't matter what it was or what it is. Mentally, I just wasn't feeling myself. You know, dealing with the lack of confidence when I'm usually such a confident person. Like, I don't want to take pictures. I was so active on social media. Like, if you follow me on Instagram, I would post like 3 times a week. That was my schedule. I would post 3 times a week on Instagram. I would get cute, go outside, take a couple pics, like do a whole photo shoot. I would be real active. But once I started losing that confidence, I don't want to see myself on camera. Like, I don't want to look back at, you know, memories in my Snapchat or like things in my camera roll and be like,
damn, like, that's what I looked like.
I don't want to post videos on YouTube and be like, oh my god, that's what I looks like. I just didn't. I don't want to see it, so I didn't spend much time on it. And like I said, like my mental health, I was for the most part okay, but who's really 100% okay? Like none of us are as strong as you think you are and as like resilient as you think you are. We all need a break at times, and I felt like that was what I needed. I don't know. I just needed some time. I just needed some time to myself. I needed some time with my mind. I needed some time to wallow. I needed some time to like just be in a funk and like just, you know, go through the motions. Like, not to get too deep or anything, but I really feel like when you're going through shit, whether it's something on a large scale or on a small scale, I would say mine was like a smallish scale. I think it's important to like feel all of your emotions. I think it's really important to just go through all the feelings that you want to feel. Like, do you want to be sad today? Be sad today. Do you want to be angry today? Be angry. You want to feel guilty? You want to feel like pity? Do that. Do that and get it out of your system. So that's what I needed and that's what I did. I made my comeback to social media last week, okay, because it's Capricorn season now. I gave myself that time. And while I was away, I was stacking, of course. I was grinding like shit, trying to get my monies up. I'm like, if I'm gonna be under the radar, if I'm gonna take this hiatus, I might as well be rich while I'm doing it, right? So I was stacking, I was grinding, I was just looking a hot mess while I was doing it. My mind wasn't all the way there, but it's Capricorn season now, so I'm back. All that weight that I gained, I lost. If you are interested in finding out how I lost the weight, just leave a comment down below and I will go into like my diet and what I did. I still did not go to a gym because I don't want to be in a gym. Like, I don't want to exercise like that. Like, I don't want to do that stuff. I'm a yoga girl. Like, yoga me. I will do yoga all day, every day. Like, I will do that shit. But don't put me in no gym and don't expect me to go to no gym. Don't expect me to do no push-ups. Like, don't expect me to lift any weights. Like, I don't want to do any of that. I just want to eat what I want to eat and just maintain my diet and do a little yoga. So that's what I was doing. So I lost that weight. Now I'm back. I'm like 100% confident in myself again. I feel like whatever I was dealing with previously, I can kind of leave in 2020. It's nothing to worry about. I probably didn't have anything to worry about either, but you know how it is. Like, you just make yourself think that whatever's happening to you is worse than like it really is. Like, your mind is WebMD. You know when you Google your symptoms and you just have like a regular cold, but they tell you that you're about to die? Yeah, that's like my mind. I overthink and I put myself into certain moods and like certain funks. Low-key like put myself into depression just off of overthinking. But we're good now. I got my shit together. Like, I got it together real quick. I let myself just, like I said, go through the motions for a little bit, but can't wallow for too long. Like, at the end of the day, we got shit to do, we got business to handle. Like, life must go on. Like, another major thing, I will share this with you guys, because one thing that I don't like about YouTubers or like just social media personalities is when they're not transparent. You know, the ones that just be discreet about everything and don't want to share anything with you. Yeah, I don't like that shit. So I will share this. Like, my birthday is coming up, to be 25. So that was really fucking with me too, because for a major part of this year, I really like put myself in a place where I put other people, not before myself. I never will. I love myself too much. I didn't put them before myself, but I definitely put them up on a high pedestal. So I would be caring for other people and not thinking about my own life. And then a couple months ago, not even a couple months ago, maybe like a month ago, it hit me. I'm like,
oh shit, like, I'm about to be 25.
oh shit, I have so many things that I need to do before I hit 25 and I haven't done them yet. What the fuck am I about to do? I'm sitting there thinking like, okay, I have a month. Like, how can I get this done? How can I get this done? How can I get this done? Like, I got a whole 5-year plan. Did I reach all of them 5? No. So how am I gonna do it within a month? And that was another thing that was sending me into like a spiral, just wanting to achieve the things that I really want to achieve out of this life, and that I put a timestamp on, and I maybe shouldn't have. But I don't know, like, when you're an ambitious person and you have the goals, like, you see it, you know it's possible, you know everything that you want is attainable, and you just don't have it, it just makes you like, it's disappointing. When somebody else disappoints you, it's like, cool, you know, this is shit that I can get over with. But when you are the person that's disappointing yourself, it's like, damn, like, why have I done this? Why haven't I done this? Why didn't I start sooner? You know, why didn't I do this? Why don't I know about this? Like, you just beat yourself up. So that's the other thing that was happening in my life, but I'm over it. Like, I've got my mental together, coming up with new plans, new goals, new ideas. So what the fuck is up? Let's just get into this Q&A. These are just random questions that I found online. The last time I did a Q&A was the same thing. Like, I found some questions online and I just answered those, but I think these questions are much better, so I hope you guys enjoy these ones. Are you hot? Very. Like I said, I'm a very vain person, and I don't think that that's a negative quality. They make it seem as though vanity is like problematic or even narcissistic. Like, it's kind of narcissistic to be vain, but is that really a problem? Who's gonna love you harder than you? Like, I gotta ride for myself. If anything, like, if I don't think I look good, if I don't think I look my best, then I don't really give a fuck about anybody else's opinions. I think I'm hot. I think I'm a very pretty girl. Like, I'm gonna toot my own horn every time. I think I'm a very pretty girl. Look at this face.
Period.
I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Like, I mean, I get it. Everybody is ugly to somebody. You're not gonna be the cutest girl in the room, in every room. But I think that I'm like top 2 in every room. That sounds so cocky, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like in most rooms, I'm top 2, top 3. And fuck whoever else don't think. Like, you could think that I was like number 7 in the room. You could think that I was like number 12 in the room. I'm gonna think that I'm number 2. I'm gonna think that I'm number 3. Like, some rooms, there's a lot of rooms I go in and I feel like I'm number 1 even, so sorry. What do you put on to bed? Don't care about that question. What are you listening to now? Oh wow. If I told you guys what music or what album I was listening to now, I'll get canceled, or like some people would stop fucking with me. So I'm just not gonna say shit. I just know that it's fire, and I'm not canceling this person because they make fire music, and I'm sorry, but I don't care. Cancel culture should not be a thing. Like, how do you just decide like, oh, yeah, because of this person's transgressions, we're just gonna treat them like they're irrelevant in society. We're just gonna cancel them from everything that exists. Like, no, I don't partake in cancel culture. I don't think that should be a thing. I think that we all make mistakes. We're all human beings. Nobody is perfect. There's a lot of things that somebody can do or that somebody has done in their past that you're not going to agree with. Like, people are apologizing for tweets from 10 years ago. If I had my Twitter from when I first had a Twitter in high school, I would be canceled probably 10 times over. That doesn't mean that that's the person that I am today. Like, people grow, they evolve, they change, they pay and repent for their mistakes. Like, who are you to cancel somebody? Like, you're not God. You can't do that shit.
Really, nigga?
Like, if you want to stop fucking with somebody in your personal life, if you want to stop supporting somebody in your own personal life, do that shit. But I'm not an advocate for cancel culture. I think that shit is dumb and it almost never works. Like, how many people y'all done canceled that are still out here thriving?
Huh?
Every time.
Oh, this person's canceled. Oh, you're done. Streets is done. Like, they're done with you.
No, they're still thriving. Bank account probably much bigger than yours. Talking about some cancel culture. Get off of Twitter, bruh.
Period.
Beer or wine? Always wine. Always wine. For me, my top 2, wine or tequila. The type of wine doesn't matter so much. I just don't like dry wines. I don't really like Merlots, like Cabernet. Like, I don't really like those types of wines. I'm a Moscato girl. I like sugar in my shit. And many wine connoisseurs would say that that's like the worst kind of wine, but I'm not trying to sip on some dry shit. I'm choking on it. Like, I might as well just eat 10 Popeyes biscuits than drink Merlot. What's the point, you know? Do you cry in public? I have. And it's really embarrassing. I have, though. Like, you know, when you're already in like a fragile state and somebody asks you if you're okay, and then it's just waterworks. I hate that shit. Like, that is the absolute worst. Like, I hate it. Like, I was doing so well until you just asked about it. Now I'm in tears, but it'd be like that. So yeah, I have cried in public. I'm not too gangster. Like, I'm not gangster at all. I'm a very emotional woman. I have emotions that I like to express. Like, we're healthy over here. We need to feel our emotions. Yeah, this, like, my ponytail string is out. I know y'all can see it, and I know y'all have commented on it, right? I'm sorry, but I just don't care. I'm not going nowhere tonight. Like, this is a whole YouTube video. I gotta tuck my shit in. But yeah, like, I don't feel like we need to be so tough and like hide the fact that we experience emotions. Like, I feel like that's toxicity. Like, get out of your own head. Like, if you want to be happy, emit happiness. You want to feel sad, emit sadness. You want to feel grief or whatever, emit that shit. Like, feel your emotions. Go through the emotions. Do you have a stalker? I did have a stalker, but not in the sense that like he was following me to my house. Just in the sense that like he was consistently in my phone, like no response, just in my phone, and it was because I put some fire on him.
Period.
If you've never been borderline stalked for your coochie, it's not good coochie. I'm so sorry. Like, if a nigga has not stalked you damn near, not actually like popped up at your crib and like, you know, doing all that weird shit, but like if a nigga hasn't like done the absolute most after you put it on him, it's no good. Mama, it's no good. Like, you gotta try some new positions. You gotta maybe do some Kegels on it. You gotta do something, because every woman with good coochie has definitely been stalked before, whether in person or cyber stalked. And that's just that on that. Would you give all your money to charity? I like this question because I have an opinion about it, and no, the fuck I wouldn't. Like,
Really, nigga?
no, I wouldn't. People always comment on rich people's lives and say,
oh, you know, you can solve poverty if you just gave up this amount of money.
like, okay, so you that make a regular income, how much do you donate to charity? Let's be real. Because when they ask you at the grocery store, do you want to donate $1 to the kids? You're gonna say no. Why can't you give up that $1? Just $1, right? It can make a difference, but you don't want to do that. So why are you pressing celebrities to give up hella money to solve world poverty? Like, who's doing that, really? Who's doing that? People work hard for their money. It's okay to donate to charities every now and then, but it shouldn't be an obligation. I feel like if you want to do that with your own money that you worked for, you can do that. That would be a lovely thing to do. I'm sure you'll reap the benefits. You know, God will bless you for doing some shit like that. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. And I hate that people make others feel bad for not doing so. You know what I mean? Like, why would I give all of my money, everything in my bank account? Why would I give that to charity? Who's gonna donate to me? Then I need to start a GoFundMe. Like, that doesn't make sense. Why are we doing that? If you have the additional funds to donate, do that shit. But I know y'all are going around and not doing that shit. When you have the additional funds, what are you doing? You're spending it on food that you could have saved money on if you had just made it at home. You're spending it on clothes that you bought at the mall when you have hella clothes in your closet. You bought a new pair of shoes when you don't need a new pair of shoes. Next. All the places you have piercings on your body. Used to be more before, not so much now. I don't know if you guys can really see it. I think you can see it here. There's a scar from when I had a nose ring here. And I had a nose ring on this side too. I wanted to do the Chris Brown thing where I had like one hoop, one stud. But it just didn't heal well for me. Didn't really like it, so I took that off my face. I have 2 in my ear. I have 1 cartilage over here that I don't care for too much. I don't really care. I used to have a web ring. And that was fun, but I took it out when I got my braces put in because every time I would get my teeth adjusted, it was really hard to clean the web ring. So I just ended up taking that out. I have a nipple ring. I have 2 belly button rings. So how many is that? Not very many. But yeah, those are all the things that I've ever gotten pierced. I wanted to get a Christina. There was a phase of my life where I wanted to get the Christina. Low key, sometimes I still think about it. Like, that would make my shit look so pretty. Like, it's already... I'm sorry if this is like rated R. Actually, no, I don't give a fuck. I've said this before. This is a channel for grown adults. So don't come on here if you're a minor. Don't come on here if you're immature. Don't come on here if you haven't experienced real life. Like, let's be real here. But anyways, I think my shit already looks really pretty. But if I got a Christina, it would just... You know, chef's kiss. It would just... Ooh, it would just... That cherry on top. Quite literally. But I don't know, I'm kind of scared of the pain, and I do have a high tolerance for pain. The most painful piercing that I have gotten was my nipple ring, but it wasn't even that painful. The only painful part about it was the healing process, because that literally took years. Like, yeah, I'm kind of scared of the pain if I were to get a Christina, so that's the only thing that's stopping me from doing it. And I don't want them to fuck it up. Then suddenly I can't feel shit down there, you know? Like, I don't want to experience that, so I don't know. We'll see though. Do you use drugs? Like, obviously. How have you guys been getting through this year? Sober?
Really, nigga?
What is the first thing you instantly notice about people? That's a good question. And I have a good answer, but I'm trying to think if that's the only answer. Because the first thing that I notice about people is the shoes that they're wearing. I don't know why, but for some reason, like, I look at shoes, like, I don't know. I like shoes, but I don't care that much about them. But that is the first thing that I notice. Yeah. Y'all thought I was gonna say some corny shit like, oh, I look into their eyes. Oh, I notice their vibe. No, it's their shoes. Like, I'm a visual person. I mean, some people's vibes do be the first thing that you notice. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, that's definitely a real thing, and that's definitely something that I can pick up very easily and very quickly, but it's not the first thing. It's definitely the shoes. All right, these questions are getting deep now. Love with heartbreaks or no love at all? I know I just said like 2 times that it's important to go through the motions of life and like feel all of your emotions, but to this question, I'm gonna say I'd rather not love at all, because heartbreak hurts. Like, it hurts, like, not just in a relationship and, you know, your partner does some shit that breaks your heart. Even just the thought of something super sad, like just the thought of betrayal, the thought of something, like, for me, I can physically feel it in my chest, just the thought of it. Like, if I think about my partner right now cheating on me and like having a side baby on me, like that, I feel it in my chest. Like, that shit hurts. Like, imagine then actually going through it. So I'm gonna say I'd rather not love at all. Like, I'd rather just really like people a lot. I'd rather be infatuated with people. Maybe I would rather just have love for them, but I don't want to go through no heartbreaks. And I know that's not the reality of life, but this is a Q&A, okay? They asking me. I would rather not. And I'm a very loving person currently. The changes that I've went through in my life over the past couple years has turned me into a very loving person. So I feel like I have a lot of love to give, and I know how to receive love very well. But to that question, it's a dub. I'm sorry. I don't want to be heartbroken. Sorry.
Nothing left to say. Like,
which one do you prefer, trust or love, and why? I think it's possible to love somebody and not trust them, but without trusting them doesn't leave much room for the relationship to be at its best. Like, I can have mad love for you, but if I don't trust you, like, I don't really care. Like, what are we doing? Like, why are we going out? Why are we hanging out? Why are we speaking so frequently? Like, I still don't know what you're doing behind the scenes. Like, you could be doing anything. You could be telling me this and be lying. You could be telling me this and be telling somebody else the same thing. Like, you know, what are we doing here? I mean, I think I would prefer trust, because if you are transparent with me and I trust you wholeheartedly and you tell me honestly, like, I'm not in love with you, I fuck with you, but I'm not in love with you, I can deal with that. You know, you just keep that type of relationship where it needs to be. Like, that's probably not somebody that you should be planning a marriage with, but you know, that's a relationship that you can control. Not trusting somebody, that's something that you cannot control, because you never know. Like, you just never know. And I don't trust these niggas like at all. So there's that. There's more questions, but I'm kind of over the questions. Like, I'm kind of over the questions. If you want like a more interpersonal Q&A, or just to watch my other Q&A, go check it out. What side of the screen did that shit pop up on? I think, yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to come back and like just chop it up, tell you guys what I've been up to, tell you guys what's been new, tell you guys like what's been going on. Again, I'm so sorry for my absence, but I'm not sorry that I took my absence. You know, I needed a sabbatical. A sabbatical is not just for persons of authority or like, you know, high figure people. Like, no, regular folks like you and I need sabbaticals too. So that's what I did. And I definitely came out on the better end of it. So that's what happened. next time I see you guys, it will be the new year. So I hope you guys are safe. Hope you enjoyed the holidays. And you know, we're still in a pandemic. Don't do nothing stupid on New Year's. Like, don't go out there and catch the fucking COVID. Like, be safe. Don't drink and drive. All of the regular stuff. You already know the mumbo jumbo. But I will see you in my next video. Happy New Year. I'll see you on Wednesday.
Like I look like a charm. 50 rest on the arm. But you know me a storm. I stay flowers, they all born. Put these hoe like it's porn. I get higher than the Osborne. I been counting for torn. Getting money is so important. Thought I was done.